Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Welcome back to the channel guys, I hope that all of you are doing well. It's time for your daily dose of some fragrance content, and today I'll be talking about a fragrance that surprised me a lot. About a few weeks ago, I was doing some research online and I was looking for a clone of Parfum de Marly's Altair. At that point in time, I already had Liquid Brune from French Avenue and Art of Nature 2 from Lattafa, but I wanted to experience some more clones of Altair, and I stumbled upon a post on Reddit that was talking about this fragrance that I'm going to review in today's video. I searched it online immediately, got me interested. I searched it online, I found it at Nutino, I immediately ordered it, and then I received it. I tried it for the first time and I was really pleasantly surprised by the quality, the scent and the performance. The fragrance in question comes from the brand of Ard Al Zaafaran and it's called Al Dirgham Special Edition. As usual, let's first check out the bottle design and the box design of Al Dirgham Special Edition, and then I'll talk about the scent in more details. Of Al Dirgham Special Edition looks like this. It's predominantly sort of a white color with some very slight sort of a silver tint to it, and then you have this silver colored accents. On the front you got the name of the fragrance, Special Edition Al Dirgham, the bottle size 100 milliliters, the concentration EDP. On the back got the usual information, additional information, logo, sticker of authenticity. On the bottom there's a production date which is May of 2024. And one interesting fact, just like the other member of this line which is called Al Dirgham Limited Edition, you actually get an additional 20 milliliter bottle, pocket sized bottle included in the price of the fragrance, which is a really nice touch from Ard Al Zaafaran. And then this is the bottle design of Al Dirgham Special Edition. First of all, it has this sort of a mirrory finish, which is a fingerprint magnet, and it's a real nightmare to actually keep the bottle looking clean. But the bottle design is very similar to the other fragrance from this line, which is of course Al Dirgham Limited Edition, only the coloring of the bottle is different. This one having this sort of a silver tint to it, the other one has more of an yellowish tint. I'll show you the sprayer in action. This fragrance has a very good sprayer. Feels almost pressurized, you can control the amount of juice, and it has really nice distribution as well. Another good thing, surprisingly good thing about this fragrance, considering how cheap it is, something that I'll talk about a little bit later on. Now in the first few seconds you're greeted by a bit of an alcohol blast, which is to be expected at this price point, but that lasts for a few seconds, and after that you're greeted by this warm, sweet and spicy scent that's very similar to the original fragrance. You get a lot of cinnamon in the opening, you get a lot of the vanillic sweetness, a hint of the orange blossom. You'll also get some ambroxan and some woodiness, notes that are main notes on the dry down of this fragrance. Maybe a hint of pepperiness somewhere in the background as well, a nice amount of cardamom, and a note that's not listed anywhere in the note breakdown of this one, but I also pick up a sort of a soft, sweet green apple note in the opening of Al Dirgham Special Edition. Apart from the first few seconds, this is a very, very nice, very sweet and spicy opening, very warm and very cozy scent. When this goes into the dry down, what happens is that you gradually start to lose some of that spiciness from the opening, and on the dry down you're left with this sort of a scent that has a very strong vanilla note. You get some woodiness, you get lots of ambroxan, you still get some of the cinnamon, some of the green apple, but basically the dry down is mostly about the combination of vanilla and ambroxan. It's a very nice, very sweet scent that has very decent quality. Again, just apart from the first few seconds, after that this smells nicely balanced. Sweet, spicy, slightly oriental, very warm, very cozy, very likable scent. When it comes to how to close this fragrance to the original one, I would say that it lacks a bit of the strength of the cinnamon note and the vanilla notes in the opening, and this actually feels closer to one of the other clones that I have, which is Art of Nature 2, thanks to that green apple note that the Al Dirgham Special Edition has, and the Lattafa fragrance also has that green apple note. That's in the opening. On the dry down actually smells pretty similar, just like most other clones. On the dry down they get very close to the scents that they've been inspired by, and the Al Dirgham Special Edition makes no difference. But in the air this actually smells very similar to Altair. So all around this is a decently good clone when it comes to the similarities between it itself and the original scent. If you know how Altair smells, you immediately recognize what Al Dirgham Special Edition has been inspired by. When it comes to performance, initially, now I've had this for about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. Initially this wasn't a very strong scent, but after a few weeks and quite a few wearings of this one, it started to gradually, improve when it comes to performance. Nowadays I get about 8 hours of performance out of it, which I think is pretty decent, especially again considering how cheap it is. Also the projection is not super strong, but it's definitely at least about average or slightly above average for about 2 hours. So performance wise you should expect about 8 hours of total longevity and about 2 hours of slightly above average projection. Price wise, this is probably the main selling point of this fragrance. I personally picked this one up for about 30 euros, maybe even slightly less than 30 euros. At Nutino's website, at least in my country, this sells for around about 35 euros, but if you get a sale or some of their discount codes, you can bring the price down to the levels of about 27, 28 euros. At that price point, it's half the price of Liquid Brune and half the price of Art of Nature 2, and given the fact that it has good quality and good performance, I think this is a very, very nice deal. Currently this is the cheapest clone of of Althair that I have in my collection. And when it comes to versatility, this is a cold weather scent. It's a very warm, very nice and cozy warm weather scent that's very likable. It will get you compliments. It's great for the cold weather and great for nighttime usage. And at the end, a few final words about Al Dirgham Special Edition from the brand of Ard Al Zaafaran. As I said, this fragrance surprised me a lot because of how good it is scent-wise, how close it is to the original fragrance, because of the quality that it carries, and because of its good performance, and all that for a very cheap price. As I said, this costs half the price of the other two major clones of Althair currently on the markets, which are Liquid Brune from French Avenue and Art of Nature 2. And again, at that price point of around about 25 to 30 euros, I think this is a very, very good deal. It will get you decently close to the original fragrance. It has good quality, has a very decent performance. Another great thing is that you get an additional 20 milliliter bottle size, pocket size bottle included into the packaging itself, so it brings the price per milliliter, the ratio of price per milliliter even lower. So this basically you pay about 30 euros to get 120 milliliters of juice. So all those things are really, really nice. And if you don't already own Liquid Brune or Art of Nature 2, then definitely you should check out and should consider at least trying out Al Dirgham Special Edition from Ard Al Zaafaran. Again, this fragrance really surprised me very, very nicely. And at the end, just wanted to touch upon something else. Again, I know people will probably ask which is the best one, the best clone out of the three that I have of Althair. Well, have more patience. Next week I'm going to do a fragrance battle between the three clones that I have: Liquid Brune, Art of Nature 2 and Al Dirgham Special Edition. And so guys, this was all for today's video, where I reviewed a very nice fragrance from the brand of Ard Al Zaafaran called Al Dirgham Special Edition. I hope that you found this video interesting or helpful. If you did, give it a like, and I also hope that you're going to join me tomorrow for your daily dose of some fragrance content. And until then, stay safe and bye bye.